Hello and welcome to another video from UNM.NU, which stands for the University of New Money. Today I wanted to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple and the differences between them. Now I'll be honest, I didn't read this article before starting this video, so this is all new to me, but I do like talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple off of memory. And I believe all three of them can stand the test of time. I don't think Bitcoin has to beat Ethereum and Ripple, or that Ethereum can destroy Bitcoin, or that Ripple will be the dominant cryptocurrency. It could end up being the dominant one, but I think all three of them can thrive. I'm invested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. This is not investment advice, it's only my opinion, but I think investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are excellent investments because they each serve their purposes in the cryptocurrency industry. I've always looked at Bitcoin as a store of value, a medium of exchange, even if there could be high transaction fees, and it's just the king cryptos. If you're into crypto, I can't see being into crypto and not being into Bitcoin. But Ethereum, with its smart contracts, and Ripple, with its association with banks and very small transaction fees, I think all three of them can survive for those reasons. I think all three of them can be big. I think Ethereum and Ripple have made excellent partnerships. Bitcoin has the backing of like the ICE, which is the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, and so all three coins have huge money invested in them, and I see a hard time. I think it'd be a hard time for all three of them to fail, let alone any one of them. And so let's see what this article talks about in terms of things I may have missed. And so Bitcoin being the alternative to fiat money. Yeah, I mean Bitcoin, you can watch some of my other videos, but fiat money, you just print as much of it as you want, and as you've seen during this time in 2020, is governments are printing money to sustain its people. And so by printing this amount of money, it's important to sustain its population. But if you don't think that's going to have an impact on monetary policy and inflation in the future, I would be shocked, as Bitcoin is solid money. It has computer code which guides how much Bitcoin is created and released into the market, with halvings happening every 4 years on average, and it's just solid money. But then looking at Ethereum, non-alternative but a valuable crypto coin. So again, I don't really look at Ethereum and Bitcoin as competitors. I think Ethereum solves problems of smart contracts where when certain things happen, transactions are made. And so that's something that Ethereum really has an advantage of. Coming up soon, Ethereum will be upgrading to Ethereum 2.0, where it'll be changing from a proof of work to a proof of stake model. And I'm very curious to see how the proof of work model of Bitcoin competes with the proof of stake model of Ethereum. There are other staking coins out there like Tezos, but Ethereum will be the biggest staking coin, given it's the #2 coin in the market right now. So it'll be nice to see just how proof of stake versus proof of work works among the top two coins right now. And then in terms of Ripple, innovative and advanced, is they have great partnership with banks. They have small transaction fees. People seem to not like them because they're highly centralized. They've already mined all of their Ripple, and the Ripple Corporation holds a lot of the Ripple coin. And so the fact that they're working with banks, a lot of people want to see a revolution. They want to see Bitcoin take over the world. And while I think Bitcoin can play a huge part in the world, same with Ethereum and Ripple, is I think banks will still be around. Banks will just learn to adapt. Right now they're resisting because they hate change. They're making enough money as it is right now. Why would they want change if they're making a ton of money as it is? But as they realize the importance of Bitcoin, that this revolution cannot be stopped, is I think they're going to change their ways. We've already seen JP Morgan start to be way more appreciative of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. Is 3 years ago, Jamie Dimon was threatening to fire anybody who traded Bitcoin. Now, I believe he promotes Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So JP Morgan, they were resistant at first, but I believe they're opening up, and other banks will too. And if the banking industry can work well with the cryptocurrency market, I don't see why both industries can't thrive. So that's why I think Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are excellent investments to make. If you want my own personal advice, is I think it's excellent if you strive to get to 1 Bitcoin. If you can do that, then if you can strive to get to 32 Ether, which is the amount you need to stake, and then if you can buy some Ripple after that and just accumulate more Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, I think that's an excellent strategy to take. Now, with that being said, this is not investment advice, just my opinion. You don't have to own one whole Bitcoin. You don't even have to own one whole Ethereum. You can own a fraction of a Bitcoin. And if you own a fraction of a Bitcoin, if you just own some Ethereum and some Ripple, you can still be among the top 1% of the population because we are such early adopters. So if you haven't gotten into the industry, I recommend maybe you just get a little bit. The money that you can expect to lose, your expendable income, that if it went to zero, if you lost the money you invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, that if you lost it, your life wouldn't change. Start with that amount of money, and as you learn more about the industry and like what you're seeing, invest more. If you have enjoyed this video, please give my video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you get notification of new videos that I release. I hope you enjoyed this comparison of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. I think all three coins are going to have an amazing rest of 2020 and beyond. I'll be talking